Hello again, everybody, and welcome back to Ruthven Park for another edition of Fun Fact Friday. This week in our Fun Fact Friday, we're focusing on owls, and specifically how you can find owls at home on what we like to call an owl prowl. Now, during an owl prowl, you go out at nighttime. Owls are nocturnal. They come out at night, so you want to walk trails where they will be. Now, they nest in trees, just like the ones behind me. So walking along the trail, you'd get to a certain point and you start a call. So you play a call from a device, like your phone or some sort of speaker, and call out to the owls, and hopefully they will call back to you. And what that does is it draws them into your location, specifically to fly into where you're at so that you can observe them. Now, during an owl prowl, it's important to call small birds before you call larger ones. So call a screech owl before you call a great horned owl. That's because they actually predate each other. Larger birds will predate smaller birds. So you'd call for a screech owl before you call for the great horned. So today we're going to go on an owl prowl around Ruthven Park grounds as an example to show you how it's done. Follow me. So for example, if we were out in the forest, I might call out, "Hoo, hoo," and we'll wait for a response. Are we ready? I'll call it out. Hoo, 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 hoo. Did you hear that? Now during an owl prowl, we might call for multiple different species. Now owls, just like humans, have different sounds depending on the species that they are. So for instance, at this stop, we might call for a different owl. For example, they might say, "What, what?" So let's try that, so shall we? I'll call out, "What, what?"
What?
Did you hear that? At this stop, we're going to try calling for a different species. This one makes a sound, where. So let's call out and see if we can find it, shall we? Where?
Where?
Did you hear that? I wonder where it came from. Now at this spot, we're going to call for an owl that makes the sound, when. So let's try calling it out, shall we? When?
When?
Did you hear that one? All right, at our last stop on our owl prowl, we're going to call for a species that makes the sound how. All right, say it with me. How.
Ow!
I don't think that's an owl. Thank you so much for listening to this edition of Fun Fact Friday there, everybody. We want to give a special shout out for this one to Kelsie, our administrative assistant here at Ruthven Park. Next time you visit Ruthven Park, check in at the Welcome Center. You'll see Kelsie. She will greet you here and welcome you to the site. Next time you're walking on the trails, too, try an owl prowl for yourself. You never know what you might run into.
Oh!
Use our tips. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.